Hey guys, it's Michelle with Michelle Creations. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new here. Thank you guys for joining me today. I wanted to hop on and share with you an Ollies haul. I was able to actually venture out and go to a couple more locations here in Central Florida. So the three locations that I actually went to was Castleberry, which has been my go-to for the last hauls. Which is the closest one to me, and then Orange City, which is a little bit further, and then Eustace, which is the furthest. So that's kind of like my trio in the area. There are others in Kissimmee and in Orlando, but I haven't ventured that far yet. So maybe future hauls will have those, but I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what I was finding going out and tell you which stores I found them in, just in case you're in the Central Florida area and you want to make your way there. Remember, things come and go depending on how much product they get in and when they put it out and when you go. So definitely be a little bit patient. I know I had to be. So I just wanted to share that with you because it is a little frustrating when you see others get all these huge things and you're like, my stores don't. It's like wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Anyways, so this one that I'm going to share with you first is the one I went to in Orange City. This one is in, I guess you would kind of say Orange City, but it's also like DeBerry, Deltona, not Daytona, Deltona area, kind of around there. So this Ollie's actually had so much more things that I was very happy about. So some of the things I did pick up were, as you can see in front of you, this little cute princess. I thought I opened everything. Hold on, guys. I purposely went through all of the paper products that I got and took all of the clips off, but apparently I missed this one. So I thought this was kind of cute. They're little basic tags and they have like little princess notations. You have like a unicorn, make believe. And I thought they were just different. There's a princess on this one, and then this one says little princess. And then here's one with a crown, and then you have the castle. I mean, for $1, I thought it was something different that I could definitely add to my stash and then use for an upcoming junk journal or make that I'm using. They had tons of these. I don't think anything that I picked up at this store was limited. And in fact, there was a bunch of other stuff that was there that I did not get because I didn't find a need for it. They had these cute little clothespin. You can definitely see their little tiny clothespins, and they were just in gold. All of them that were there were gold. They were $1 each, and so I thought it would be perfect to use as a paper clip kind of style option for a junk journal instead of a paper clip. And I've also seen in the past where people will put like a small ephemera piece, like maybe a little butterfly or a flower at the bottom to kind of give it a decorative piece. So you can do a little clippy concept kind of thing. So, you know, I'm gonna try it out, add it to my stash and see what goes from there. They did have two different style of glitter marker writers. This one is a pink silver glitter, I guess, and then this one is a purple. I liked having random markers because you never know when you need something, but I didn't even try them out when I was there. I just got them. So let's see, this one I guess doesn't even write, or is that how it writes? Are you supposed to? No. Okay, so rule of thumb, try them when you're there. I probably should have done that. And then let's see if this one's more of a pen. It could be the paper I'm using. Let's use this cardstock. Okay. So both are duds. So don't do what I did. I think people were actually writing on the box that they were on. So I'm just gonna throw those in the garbage. There is food for thought. The next thing that I got were these We Are Memory Keepers. I know I have another one of these in a different head, because I think they are detachable and you have different heads. But I just wanted to have a straight stitch, and then it comes with a little sewing needle. I don't know if the sewing needle has a point to it. It might have a dull point so you don't poke yourself as much, but I think these are kind of cool to have, so I just got one. I mean, it was just $1. Yeah, here are all the different types of heads that they come across. I think I have one that does multiples, but I have to find out where I put it. So I got that one. Then I got these cute little gold alphabet stickers. They are really tiny and I really like them because you never know when you need something tiny on hand. They did have, I thought I got purple ones. I guess I didn't. They did have other styles of sizing of fonts, but anyways, this is just something random that I got. I feel like I'm stuttering on my words here, but the paper that I came across, the ones that I did pick up, they did have others to choose from, whether they're single sheets or paper pads. These are the ones, you know what, I did, hold on guys. You know, I wasn't losing my mind. I put a different bag on a different table because I'm like, I am missing a bag. Here are the other stickers that I was talking about. So these I wanted to get because I love the purple and the glitter concept to them, and they're just so thin and streamlined that I'm like, yes. So I got only one pack. I was tempted to get a second, but I'm like, am I really gonna use that many? I rather just mix and match colors and concepts to kind of like add what do you call it, inspiration, but variety to the make. So I just got the purple ones. Then they actually had their these page protectors. Now they were $1 each. I only got 2 packs. They do have 10 in each of them, and these are just the 12 by 12 page protectors. So basically if you do the 12 by 12 layouts, these are perfect for them. They do have the 3-hole ring on the left hand side, so you can definitely put them in your 12 by 12 albums. So I picked up 2, but they had like loads of boxes of those. And then this is why I was like, oh, I had more paper. Where did it go? So I didn't open this, but I am going to do it with you guys. Hopefully I don't ruin the paper. But they did have random packs of paper, and I wasn't sure what I really wanted because some of this is actually very thin. And I really don't like thin paper because I feel like you have to layer it multiple times depending on what you're making with, or you're just using it as a background piece, not the actual cardstock for your make. So I really got these because I thought they would be perfect for junk journals as like page fillers, and just to have a place for the back because it's white, to have a space for journaling. So this one is called Everyday Paper. Now they did have 2 styles of everyday paper, but you had to look at the actual page images because they were different. So I'm not sure why they would label the packs the same and not have like a separate underlining of the concept. But I love this mainly for the little geckos, right? Geckos? Iguanas, no? Yeah, I don't remember now. I'm at a loss of words, guys. So here we have this paper, and again, they have white on the back. So I want to say this is probably 45 pounds maybe or less. But it's not copy paper, but it's not that good cardstock collection. So you definitely have a variety here of different stuff given the concept everyday paper. I love the little happy faces on the ice cream cones. They have some stripes, circles, you could probably punch those out. My little iguana guys. No, it's a gecko. No, I don't know. One or the other. It's a lizard. My daughter would probably be killing me because I know we had one of those when we moved here a couple years back. All right, so basically just different random things. Here are cameras, polka dots. You have a mesh up of hearts. You have popsicles, more polka dots, and it just keeps going. So polka dots, and then you have words, you have beach balls, stripes. This would be cool for a candy cane concept. We have one with clouds. Then circles again in a different pattern. We have stripes, which I really love. The stripes. It's probably be perfect for summertime. And then that's it. So that one here is the everyday paper. And then the other one, again, everyday paper, but you can definitely see it's different images. What gravitated me to this were these two papers that kind of gave you that vintage vibe of the sewing stuff. So I really, really like that. So you definitely have rulers here with months on them. Again, the vintage concept, it kind of looks like floor tiles. This one you have is like garments of your instructions on how to make something. You have a doily on this one, a ledger, a bunch of cards. I think they're like for library cards. Then you have polka dots, but vintage. I want to say it's like a wood grain. Then you have definitions, childbirth, love, philosopher, more wood grain pattern. Then you have another concept. This kind of looks like a overlay of simplicity. So of all the back images of all the patterns that you would buy in the packaging. So I thought that was kind of neat. This is like galaxy kind of stuff. A different pattern there. You have, again, definitions overlapped, grid pattern, more polka dots, more polka dots, polka dot, polka dot, polka dot. So more wood grain, and I think there's just a few more pages. So you definitely get individually sheets. Here are stars of 24 pages. You don't get any duplicates. But I will say that when I checked out of this store, the lady didn't even scan the barcode because some of these items were $1.99. She just counted all the pieces and just ringed it up $1 for each item. I didn't argue with her. She gave it to me. I thanked her profusely, said thank you so much, and I left. I do know that there has been a comment here and there amongst the YouTube world of sharing people's finds where people aren't, I guess, accepting of other people's wins when they receive that. I mean, I really think it's just the employees, the location, and what they're willing to do. I think it's no different than when Joann Fabrics went out of business. It depended on your area and the staff as to what they wanted to do. Yes, it sucks if you're not the one receiving the deal, but I think yay for that person that did. Maybe they needed it and it allowed them to go buy more stuff. So I'm all about helping others get what they need. And again, not to say that you go visit the store, it's going to happen to you. I'm just saying that when I checked out, the lady was very nice and didn't have to do what she did because, like I said, it says $1.99. She just counted the items that she knew was American Crafts or on the table, and she just said $1 for each item. So I think it was like, how many items did I get? 24, and she just charged me $24 for those items. Now, the things that were non-American Crafts, like these two items I'll share with you next, she did scan them, and to me that's fair. But anyways, so this here is a Park Lane Pastels. They had a small 4.5 by 6.5, and I got it mainly because they're double-sided. I really don't care if they're white core or not. That doesn't really bother me. But I just liked having stuff like this on hand because you can definitely cut them up and then use them as ATC cards, or you can just cut them down and make them as ephemera with stuff around them. Use your circle, corner rounder, and then you could just turn it into something else. So I got that one. I also found this Die Cuts with a View glitzy pack. So this is actually one-sided, but it is glitter. Now I have seen people haul this in a 12 by 12 pack, which would be cool if I can get it, but I will settle for this size. It's no problem at all. But it doesn't come off on your fingers, which I really like. I don't know if it's similar to Tim Holtz line. Probably not, because I think his is printed on, but I'm not sure if this is a printed on cardstock. Either way, I thought it was good. So I just got one just to play with it because I do have limited space where to put all these. The next one I found with die cuts with a view is the Urban Street. I don't have a lot of masculine in my craft room, so I thought this was a good way to add to that. I did also like the fact that they were double-sided. This would be like a fussy cut option, and you do have that pretty what do you call it, gold foiling in it. I just think that's just like, it adds the elegance to it. So you do get 2 sheets of every pattern, and again, like I mentioned, they're double-sided, so hopefully you guys can kind of see the images on both sides. But again, I only got one because I didn't know how I would be utilizing this, and having too much of one thing sometimes I think overwhelms me. I don't know if anyone else is like that. They did have one box cards option from Amy Tangerine line. This one has all the different images like this. I don't think I need to take them all out, but you can definitely see you have different floral patterns, bicycles, cameras, like paint swatches, some sentiments all together, scissors, words or sentiments. I want to say those are lemon slices, because I don't know, or Amy Tangerine probably orange slices, and then you have a cute little Harley Quinn pattern. So I just thought it was cool. And then you also have your matching envelope cards, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna use it for, which you probably already know the answer to, and that's junk journaling. So I really got it for that purpose, to add different options. Now, how many box cards do I have in my stash? Probably about 15. So I definitely have to start utilizing them more often. In my last couple Ollie hauls, I've shared with you guys the kids section of books. This one I was able to find Math Made Easy in 2nd grade for Marvel. And again, what I love so much about this stuff, yes, I understand it's geared toward children, but adults can relearn things too, because as we well know with young kids, the way they reteach the same thing that we learned when we were little is ridiculous, but whatever, right? I just like how they have the characters on the pages, whether you fussy cut them out, whether you utilize the entire page in a junk journal option. I thought was like perfect. You could definitely put pictures over this. Like, you could do whatever your heart desires when something like this is put inside of a junk journal. So I just love that. I mean, Spider-Man. So I got that one, and that was only $1.99. And then this one I came across, I guess because the season is out. I love Halloween. And so what better way than with Legos? So this was kind of cool. It was $4, but I am probably going to use this for my personal use, because you get tons of stickers in here. And it's really a sticker book. So you're supposed to take like the vampire Lego guy here, and then in the images here, you're going to insert. So it tells you what sticker goes where. I just find it so cool. I do have a personal, Lego section in my own personal books. Yes, I do keep personal books. I don't just rip them all apart. So I'm probably gonna add this to that stash so I can play with this during my off time when I'm sitting in front of the TV or something and have fun. So I got that one. And then I headed to a different store. I made my way over to Eustace. Now at Eustace, I was actually disappointed. I was disappointed because after leaving that store that I just shared with you, the only thing they had of American crafts were the letters or the alphabets for the, what is it called? The foam board that everyone's been showing, or not everyone, but the majority of people have been showing, where it's like a felt backing, and they put like their sign of whatever they wanted to say. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, they had tons of that, all in red. And I felt like, do you want to buy a vowel? It was just nuts because there was just so many of them. And then they had stuff for baking, but that was it. Like there was nothing else related to paper crafts, and so I was just disappointed. So I went to the book aisle. Why not? I think I gravitate as my comfort and I wanted to see what other stuff they had there that I didn't find at the other stores that I've been going to. I found this houseplant card deck. So you get 50 cards. You choose your styling and cultivating indoor plants. It's really designed for, you know, people who have a green thumb. I do not. For $4, I said, let's give it a shot. Also, in the back, it kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at in regards to imagery and options. So I went ahead and kind of like opened up the deck. So we have an idea already of what's going on. So here we go. So it was funny because when I checked out, the guy says to me, oh, are you, what do you call it? Do you plant? And I go, no, I junk journal. And he just looked at me like he had no idea what I was talking about. And I'm like, it's okay, dude. It's all good. But anyways, so you basically get all these cards. Now, I think they're a good quality of cardstock, but just the images alone are just so pretty. You could definitely cover the back if you wanted to. I actually like it the way that is because maybe you are doing a gardening junk journal, or you want to reference certain plants that you like. I just thought this was kind of cool. Never have too many card decks, says the person that has 3 drawers full of card decks. Yeah, I probably should put a pack together or something on my website and just like share the love. I don't know. Next one I found was the Book of Bees. Now this was $5. I was a little hesitant because I tried to do 5 and under, and yeah, it still meets my quota, but I want to take it apart. But then when I saw the inside, I was like, okay, I can be down with this. So I love the honeycomb inside cover and back. And then when I got to these images, and I know there's a glare, so I'll try to tilt it. I just thought they were so pretty because I do have a couple of Winnie the Pooh junk journals I want to make. And I thought this would be cool to kind of insert, why not, a bumblebee or a bee in general, because, you know, he has honey and bees are attracted to the pollen and all that stuff. So I thought it was kind of neat. So I picked it up. I said, it's worth it. I don't know. That page alone is kind of cool. So I got that one. And plus the cover itself, you could definitely repurpose it once you kind of gut it out as well. And then I perused their adult coloring section. And when it said cupcakes and kitties, I said, yes, like who's going to resist cupcakes and kitties? I don't know, but I'm not. So these were kind of cute. Now, it doesn't have a backing like the other ones do where they have like a mashup of a color, but it's still a good quality, better than the Dollar Tree. And so I really, really like this. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it for myself or if I'm going to pull from it, but I do have a few animal junk journals that I have in mind. And so maybe I'll pull a few pages, but this one's kind of funny. It looks like it's a movie theater style page that if you're doing like a junk journal of game night, this would be like perfect for it. So I just thought it was fun. So for $4, I got that one. And then I found this on accident. Like I said, I was looking around and something caught my eye and the word Friends was there. And I'm like, oh my God, that's just like the TV show. So I picked it up and I was like, So for $3, this is a big, gigantic hardcover book, but basically for young kids to just read. So I thought it was kind of cute where it has all the characters of the movie. And I thought, oh, this would be kind of cool to have in my stash, maybe make it into a junk journal. And then I love without the sleeve, you still have the front cover. I think it's amazing. Look how cute the little monkey is. So maybe using the sleeve and do like fussy cutting out and add it as ephemera, I think it would be a cool idea. So like I said, I really didn't understand, first of all, what Ollies was. Didn't even know it existed, to be honest with you, like I've said in other videos. And now that I've discovered it, I am like addicted to the things that you actually can find if you just take the time and look, because sometimes we're in a rush and we don't have the time to look. But lately I've been trying to have the time to go into certain things so that I can, you know, my drive there is not for nothing. The last the last store I went to was back to the Castleberry location, which is where I've been going lately. And so I really wasn't sure what I would find there. Let me make sure I just get this stuff off. We'll do the paper first. So I've discovered that when it has a sign that says American Crafts liquidation, or it says American Crafts like palette or something, at least the ones in my stores that I've been going to, and it's usually like in the middle between the two aisles. I was under the impression that that was all American Crafts that you go to, and that there was nothing else anywhere else. Well, I have been mistaken, and in case you were like me, I'm also here to help and assist you in searching for more goodies. So depending on your store, they are all laid out differently, which also kind of sucks, and it kind of takes away from like you rushing in and rushing out kind of thing. There are rows or aisles, I guess is the right word, aisles to look into where they sell office supplies, craft supplies, kid stuff. And it's kind of hard to gauge, oh, this is the row you should, or aisle you should go to, because I think they kind of put it wherever they have a spot, is what I'm understanding from my observation, not because I spoke to anybody. But these two paper pads were actually in an aisle. They weren't in the pallet table. And so I didn't see these before. So again, they probably now have room and they brought them out, or it came recently on a truck. One of the two had to have occurred. Either way, I got this white marshmallow. I don't know how you would call it, but it's just white cardstock. You would really find this, I think, like at Walmart or whatever, for like $8. So for $2, I did pick this up. Now, the first store I went to for Ollie's was the only store, like I said, gave me that deal. Every store thereafter did not. They scanned what it was. So I kind of circled back around to that only because, again, I wanted to just make you aware that everything else was whatever the sticker price says. I did pay $2 for this. This was another one I found. It is Park Lane Brights, which we know Park Lane is Joann Fabrics. But again, this was not in the section of American Crafts. And I understand that the American Craft palette is the liquidation from American Crafts of whatever portion they sold to Ollie's. Park Lane obviously could be from whatever was lingering that maybe Ollie's acquired after the closing of the doors, but I think they're two separate things, and it could be why they're in two different areas. But again, speculation. I just want to tell you that only because, again, sometimes we get discouraged when we don't see things that others are showing, and we're like, why am I not finding that? And it could be because you have to look beyond the palette that is referencing American Crafts, or just keep going back or ask somebody. But this is a textured cardstock. It is double-sided, and again, I love textured cardstock, so I wanted to get it. I'm not sure where I'm gonna use it. I'll probably use it for die cutting and paper piecing and stuff like that, but I just thought it was so pretty, so I picked this one up. And it is different from the pastels that I showed earlier. So this will kind of give you a color concept there, so you can kind of see the differences. And then I get 87 sheets in the small one, 58 sheets in the big 12 by 12. After all that paper that I shared with you, I did find another box set at this location. It was a different, this one was Jen Hatfield versus the other one was Amy Tangerine, and this one's Flower Child. So this one has different images. You do have hearts. Now we have watermelon slices. You have rainbows. You have flowers and different patterns. So I really like this. So I definitely got this one. And then again, it comes with all of the envelopes to match with the cards. So I got that one. They also had sticky thumbs. Now I'm usually a tape runner person, but I got this mainly just to carry with me if I'm going to like an in-person retreat. You never know what kind of sticky stuff you need. So I just got one pack. I just felt like, you know, I don't need that many, but they were $1 each because I really prefer my rolls that I usually use, but I wanted to have one on hand. The other stuff that I found was in the book area. Why not? So this one I didn't see before. This one is a Bright Idea book to color of villains. And oh my God, when I see it on the inside, I just blew my mind. So this was $1.49. And get ready. They're black, guys. They're black and you color in the lines. Look how freaking cool this is. I've never seen a coloring book like this. Maybe I've been living under a rock. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of neat. They do bring their own crayons, but it does explain that they're 4 milky crayons, black pages to color. So I'm assuming that that's the reason why. Now, it does show in the imagery that you're coloring over the black. So maybe that's the way that you're supposed to color these books. I'm probably not going to color them. I think I'm just going to use them as is because I think they're very interesting. And I think that's how I'm going to put them in my junk journals because I just find it fascinating. To me, it adds the color I need, which is the black and white. Get it? Okay. So anyways, I got that one. And then I found another one that is also for $1.49, but we have more pages in here. And this is for advanced coloring. And this is normal coloring. This is a little bit of a thicker thing, very much thicker than the Dollar Tree version. You don't have anything on the back, but you could definitely use that to put belly bands or to put another sheet of cardstock over it if you wanted to kind of give it thickness and durability. But I just thought it was so cool. So I just love the artistry of it. Like it's just so neat. So I got that one. Before I show you this one, I found 2 golden books there, which I don't find a lot of. The only golden book I ever found before was 11 from Stranger Things. So this one I found on accident. This one's Loki, and this was $2. So I picked this one up, and again, it's brand new. So I thought it was a good deal because my other used bookstore, they have them for $3. So I figured, why not? I don't have him, so get that one. Then I found this one. This is Paw Patrol, again, $2. So I thought that was kind of crazy that this is a larger book. Larger book. And it was $2. Now, it's not the thickness of the other ones that I have that nice thick spine. So I guess that's the difference between the two. But anyways, I liked it because it had Happy Birthday to You and brand new again, but I have a lot of birthday collection paper and I thought it would be kind of cool to make a birthday scrapbook or junk journal. So I got that one to play with. And then this is the last thing I'm going to share with you guys. So again, I was just perusing and I really need to start focusing more because I'm only looking at books when they're like this, but lately these books are like this. So you have to look at the spine to figure out if it's something you want to grab or pull out to look at. And I'm guessing they do that because eventually their inventory gets less and less and they just want to condense the book. So they just put it like in one right after the other. But this one I found for $4. Which if you've been following me, you know that my used bookstore would have this for $8 easily. And so this is Animals Storybook Collection with Disney. And it's exactly what it says. So this thing has so many stories, guys, but it's all the Disney animals. Oh my God, I just love this. So I got it. It was the last one there. And I'm like, yes. So I definitely wanted to share this with you only because if you are like me, look, they have Zootopia in here. Perfect. If you are like me and you want a great deal, you know, don't underestimate the Ollie's book area. That's all I'm going to say. You know, open up your eyes and kind of like see if there's anything you're missing, given you have time to peruse the aisles. Definitely start in the kids section because like I said, they always have the best illustrations on their kids books of, you know, reading and stuff like that. But I really am glad I found this book for $4. I thought that was a really good deal. All right, guys, so that is everything that I purchased this last week. I actually went after work every day during the rainstorms, or avoiding the rainstorms because I wanted to be able to share this with you guys as quick as possible. So you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if you have any questions on any of the things I talked about or shared with you, please let me know. And I wish you guys happy crafting, and I hope you guys find good deals too. I know there's a ton of different products out there that Ollies is selling across the nation, and I feel like either things are trickling in slowly, like from wherever their hub is and going out. So maybe eventually they'll get there. But you know, it is what it is, right? So take care, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.